Hi, we just finished meeting for pronunciation practice on Tuesday, October 11th. And we had some very interesting words I had to look up because I wasn't sure what they meant or how to pronounce them. So this will be good practice for me too. This is one of the first ones I had to look up. Jingoistic. Jingoistic. When you say jingo, your lips will get small and then come back and make a W. Jingoistic. And that little mark is there by the K to remind you don't have to say k. You can hold your tongue in the K position. Jingoistic. Cavern with the vowel a. Cavern. And cave. So the only difference that we found and when we looked them up is that the cavern is huge. It's so big that you could drive a car and it maybe it's gigantic, and a cave can be very small. Cavern, cave. Deciduous. This is like trees that the leaves fall off. Deciduous. Predators. The T changes to a D and it looks like OR, but it sounds like ER. Predators. Aliens versus predators. Permafrost. Permafrost. Nationalism. Nationalism. Anytime you have ISM at the end of the word, ISM, it's going to have an invisible vowel between the S and the M. It's going to sound like ism, like a Z. Ism. Ism. Detour. Detour. There's a detour ahead. Among. Among us. Undermine. Undermine. And this one also looks like it says mine, but we don't say it that way. It's determine. Determine. So I'm trying to determine who undermined me. Um, no, complaint. Complaint. The complaint of the day. If there was a word after it, then you would hear the T. Complaint of the day. But by itself, you'll hold the T position. Complaint. What's your complaint? And this one looks very similar, but now the I and the A go in separate syllables. Compliant, compliant, compliant with the policy. Whiner. This is somebody who whines, the verb meaning complains. And the action of whining is stretching the vowels really long, like kids do when they want something. I don't want to go. Can I have it? Really stretchy. But you can just say, don't be a whiner if somebody's complaining all the time. And whine, the verb to make that noise, is the same as whine to drink. Corporate. We don't say the middle OR, it just gets squished out. Corporate. If you say corporate by itself, you'll hold the T. But if it's a vowel after it, now the T will change to a D. Corporate office. Corporate office. Now we have a lot of P's. So, number 20, if you're not rich, you could be poor. And it can be pronounced with an U sound, like oo or poor. It can also, the same exact meaning, be pronounced with an OR, poor. So you'll hear it both ways. Poor, poor. But number 22, to pour something, or a pour as in a hole, is only OR. You have no choice. Pour. 23, your tongue starts in a high position. Pure. So it looks like a U, but it sounds like an ER. Pure. 24 is the same as 22. Maybe I'll just take it out so it's not too confusing. 24 now is peer. And it could be a peer that goes out into the water, or peer as somebody who's your equal. Peer. They sound the same. Excruciating. Excruciating. Excruciating pain. Writhing. I put this TH in bold to remind you that the TH is the voiced V, like that. Writhing. All of these sound the same. Pair. When it's the vowel is like head. Pair. We are a great pair. But that's the fruit. Pear is the fruit. So this is being a pun. Pair is two things that go together. And pare is to make smaller. Yeah. Mutatis mutandis, I learned today, and that's kind of fun to say. It's a Latin phrase, so it's not something that comes up in my daily life. I think it was common for law, economics, and something else, another area, but not my area. Mutatis mutandis. Nescience. It can be pronounced with a ne or with a ni. It could also be nescience. It means ignorance. Nescience, nescience. And I always pronounce this with stress on the new, like neuroscience. But the dictionary had stress on science, neuroscience, neuroscience. Nonsense, nonsense. Knack of is a phrasal verb that goes together. It means a skill that you gain. You have more understanding. You can do it easily. I finally got the knack of it. It means I can finally do it easily and with skill. And I think people more often use hang of. I finally got the hang of it. Oh, I'm doing it well, really well now. It's easy for me, and I can produce this thing well. Bona fide, another Latin term. Bona fide is most common pronunciation, but there were like five more. Um, bona fide. So you'll hear it in different ways. This one also has different options. Entrepreneur was the first one, most common, but also entrepreneur. So newer, your tongue could start high and come down. It's much easier to say the first one, entrepreneur. Bribed. This ed just changes to a d, no extra syllable. Bribed. Auction. Auction. The au just sounds like ah, not ow. And bid. You make a bid at an auction. So say you want to buy something. That's it. Thank you. It was fun day. I hope you had a good time and have a good evening or day. Bye.